So this is the intro. You guys can critique it. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the JayTheory interview show. I hope you have your theory hats on and are ready to talk about. ah,
What the fuck do you mean? What do you mean theory hats? What is this?
I don't know. What's this? The JayTheory podcast. Theory
I
caps.
introduced the J theory pod. I don't know what the theory is though. Like, what is
There is no theory.
because
Okay.
it sounds like you're like a knockoff game theory, and
That.
that's a because game theory is already kind of trash.
This is the. Okay. On your. Well, so you don't like the theory caps.
I don't like the theory cap. No, I think that's the bad part of the intro.
Okay. It's all wrong. I'm being told. Episode 1 already ruined. Introduction destroyed. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the J3 interview show. I hope you have your caps on and are ready to talk to some great guys and experience a good time. Anyway, today we are joined by two of my favorite internet autists, also known as Nostalgic and Gideon. I hope you'll have a great time with me and them.
Jamie, there's a problem. I don't have a cap on. I'm hatless right now.
Well, we can put the cap on in post, okay? I'll
Okay.
make sure to edit a cap on both of your little circles, okay?
Okay. Well, mine already has a cap in the circle. Is the problem. But
Well,
I just
you need to exactly. You already have a cap on. If anything, only
Put a
Deviant is
cap
one
on
without a cap.
both.
But Jamie, here's the thing. You also don't have a cap on.
I have one right next to me though. I technically could put that cap on.
Put the damn cap on, like you said in the intro.
I will. I will right now. We're getting up. We're getting up right now to put it on.
I don't support lying, Jamie. I don't want you to lie to anyone here
I would never.
about the status of your cap.
Okay, the cap is now on,
Good.
and it's now being taken off because I'm not recording with the actual cap on. I'm sorry, guys. The
Well,
cap
that's fair enough.
the cap goes on before and after. Okay,
Okay.
so that's how this works.
All right.
Promise to me that you will put a cap on my VTuber girlfriend
I
on
will.
a
It will
If you
happen.
don't do it, Jamie, we know where you live, man. We will hunt you down.
I'm gonna die. I'm gonna get murdered.
Exactly.
It's all over for me, boys. It's big sad times. In all honesty. Okay, so would you guys like to introduce yourselves?
I guess.
That doesn't sound very
I'll-
enthusiastic.
Shut up.
Nostalgic can go
I'll-
first. We gotta go nostalgic first, and then I guess we can go Gideon.
I like that we're not going in alphabetical order. I always thought that was kind of gay. Okay.
That's right. We like to do
So-
things a little bit more wild here. Okay.
Yeah. Mine. I got a BPFP, right? My name is Nostalgic. I think that it's a horrible name, and I hate that I chose it. But it's what I'm called now, and it's a cross I have to bear for the rest of my life. And I don't fucking know. I am here. Thank you.
Beautiful, truly majestic. I've never heard anything else, and I'm so glad you're willing to open up about how much you hate being called nostalgic. I'm glad that you shared that with us, but I know that's a deep and personal thing. To hate your name, to hate what
Yeah.
you are, to hate who you are. So thank you for
It's
that.
something I have to live with. Every time I meet new people, I have to show them this, and it's like, damn, what a horrible thing.
Yeah. Okay. What about you then, Dudian?
hello everyone. Let me see my name. I am Triple D.
That's
It
right.
sounded like you had to look at what your name was on Discord. It sounded like you had to like check real quick. Just in case.
Triple D.
That's right.
Yeah.
And I don't call him Triple D.
I am a black Israelite from Kentucky.
That's right. Just like me, he's also an African brother.
That's good. That's good. I'm
Send
glad
feet
you're
pics to that Discord account.
Yes, please send feet pics to at Triple D. What are your numbers?
it's $15.95.
Okay, send feet pics to Triple D 15. What was it again?
$95.
$15.95. Okay, ladies, you hear that? Anything
Yep.
else?
Nope.
No? What type of feet pics do you want? Okay, man. You gotta give us more specifics here.
Classy.
Classy. Okay, make sure they're classy feet pics. Okay, guys. Specifically, I have only the most peak material.
Yeah. So peak.
Exactly. Okay. Thank you guys for joining me on episode 1 of the podcast. We all know that nobody was expecting this. I had to force both of them to be here. But it has occurred. I don't know if it would. I planned this for a year and a half. He sent a feet pic. I'll put it in. We're gonna keep it in. Now delete the feet pic.
Him directly, but I don't have a DM with him, and it's I don't want to like try and put it in on my phone. That's a lot.
I never want to see these feet ever again. Please take them away. Take them away. Take away the feet.
Dude, my feet look so fucked right now.
Yes, they do. They look too long. This is the long feet boy. He's got long toes.
What
Okay.
pass?
I'm gonna no, delete them. Take them away. Am I gonna have to go out of my way to delete them? Oh,
Why
I
don't
am.
You send your feet pics.
No, I'm not sending my. I can't delete. I own this. This is my
For the
chat.
viewers at home,
Hold on, maybe I'll just take a better picture.
his
For the-
strange feet with
Yes, for the viewers-
incredibly elongated toes.
Yes, for our
Yeah, my
blind
toes are-
viewers, the feet are white. They are very pale. They are very long, and the toes are also very long.
Well, that's because I have the flash on.
He says that, but in actuality, we all know that he actually just is very pale.
I'm a little pale. I mean, my feet don't see the sun at all. So
That's right. This is why you should need to live like me, in the great state of Florida, where you go around walking in, guess what? Flip flops. That's the dream.
yeah, my feet hair. Can you talk about my immaculate hair on my feet though?
No, I don't think. No, this is too much. There's too much feet. Okay, guys, this was supposed to be a short segment, the shortest segment I could imagine on feet, but the segment has gone too long. Okay, this has been a 3-minute segment all on feet. Too much. This is not.
It was a good one though.
I'm gonna have to put on the thumbnail now. I'm gonna have to put feet in the thumbnail and be like,
Are you gonna put my feet?
no, not your feet.
Oh, that would spoil it. Yeah, you gotta like edit in the feet in the middle of the podcast.
Exactly. The feet go in later. That's right.
Yeah. I hope you guys save this image, because I didn't take these for no reason. This took me effort.
I'll put them in. I'll put them in. Okay. They'll very briefly pop up in the YouTube video. Okay.
Okay. That's
I'm
good.
favoriting them.
No. No. Oh, it's all over for me, boys. I thought this was gonna be a good time, and it's already all falling apart.
It's a little. I mean, it is a good time. So
I'm having a good time.
A
Yeah.
good time. Well, it's all bad. It's all bad. I don't have to edit this for 5
Plenty of
hours.
feet.
Plenty of feet. That's
okay.
right. DD is getting his wish. He wanted the feet. We're just keep on bringing more and more feet in.
Yeah. Well, he'll get more feet, I'm sure. Like, there's gonna be plenty of feet pics coming his way. This is just the first taste of it.
That's right. Everyone goes back to see episode 1 to see what's changed. So you guys will have the privilege of always being. Now, as actually it turns out, I'm actually gonna move this episode 2, as somehow I actually get someone with clout. I'm sorry, guys. I love my internet autists, but some people have more clout than you guys.
I mean, this is like literally the second episode, like, of JayTheory Podcast. But
Oh, this
like,
is true.
you're really gonna fucking, if you get someone with more clout, you're gonna backtrack
That's
and
right.
just call this 2 and call that one 1.
Yeah. Yes.
You
And-
would do this?
Yes. Well, technically, we had what did we have? Was it 0.1? Episode 0.1 with nostalgia.
Was that 0.1 or 0.5?
I don't remember. It was either 0.1 or 0.5.
Yeah, I was there, and Youngkin was there, and we were all there.
That's
and there
right.
was some guy who
Glenn
came in-
Youngkin himself was on. He knew that we were gonna be big, so he Glenn
Yeah.
Youngkin himself, the
He's
now
like,
current governor of Virginia, was on.
that's nice. He believed in us, and we believed in him.
That's exactly right.
Anyway, okay. So our intros are over.
Okay. So let's just get into this quick, okay? So, DDN, please tell us more about the country life and what it means to you, since you literally can't stop talking about your connection to the earth and the ancient wisdom of like nature.
Spirits talk to me. I like them.
So the spirits talk to you and you like them. Can you please tell us
Pass.
more about these spirits?
I'm passive and nostalgic.
Yeah. So pretty much, like, you'll go outside, and the trees will just start telling you shit. And if you do what they say, you get rewards. So it's pretty sick.
What are these rewards you've got in the past then?
What? Oh, just like happiness, man. Just it's all inside.
It's all inside.
Just like a
So,
sense of fulfillment. It's like,
so when the trees told you to kill your neighbor, did that also give you joy, or are you gonna decline answering that question?
it felt pretty great. But usually, what they just tell you to, like, you know, be nice and shit. Just like take care of the trees, take care of the animals, sit outside, enjoy the sun, and it's all nice.
And what do you do to someone that has cut down trees?
What? Oh yeah, well, I mean, the trees. They're a peaceful people, but they are people who defend their Volk.
Yeah.
They're very
Yes.
naturalistic people, and they will use me to do that. So a lot of people have died, Jamie. A lot of people.
Oh, so you're like
I'm
the
not admitting to doing anything, but I'm just gonna say, a lot of people who cut down trees get got.
so you're like the
It's
Lorax.
autistic.
Man is saying that's autistic. I think he just means the truth. What you call autism is what we call the truth. Okay.
Yeah, autism is pretty true. Yeah, only autists can speak to the trees, man.
Truth.
Yeah,
Truth, brother. Absolute truth is now being smoking. That's what it's been smoking here. That's right.
you smoking some great truths.
That's
That's
right. Okay, so Didion, tell us about your woodworking, okay, and the future of your woodworking.
Right.
It's all right. Is that what you have to say? It's all right.
Yeah. I
I'm
mean,
thinking.
He's thinking.
it's a little
Okay.
awkward because I just talked about how cutting down trees gets you the death sentence, and now we're talking about
I'm a
woodwork.
bit nervous.
He's
Nostalgic around.
That's right. Nostalgic. I know, Didion. You can't let
This
nostalgia
is a
run circles around
hostile
you.
working environment.
Yes, we're bringing him down on the trees. We're showing him. This is actually an intervention. That's right. This is the feet
This
and
is an intervention
trees.
to stop woodworking and save the trees.
That's right. It's time to never shave ever again. Find your forest waifu. Your hippie forest wife. Which we can get into later, by the
Okay.
way. We can get into the waifus later.
Okay, I guess I'll start talking about it. So I think I've been doing some spoons and bowls and stuff, but that ain't interesting. I'm using basswood though, which is real soft. That's the kind of wood everyone uses. But I think the big project I'm going to be working on is birds. I'm going to try realistic looking birds.
Damn, I love birds.
Do you have any specific birds yet?
Titmouse,
The titmouse, that's right.
unironically.
Unironic titmouse, that's right. On the screen, you see a picture of a titmouse right now. If I
Hold on,
remember
I'm
to
looking
do
up
it.
a picture.
Beautiful.
Beautiful. And if for some reason
I'm
this
filming.
podcast is delayed a month, we'll have an image of DDN's titmouse.
That's nice. Yeah. I mean, we gotta wait for it now.
We have to wait. We're gonna wait. We're actually gonna delay the releasing the podcast for a month. So,
Yeah. I mean, you want a backlog anyways, so.
I guess that's true. So anything else about the wood? What about wood burning? Do you have anything to say about that?
I ain't got the stuff for that right now, but it's interesting stuff. Useful for bird carving too, with the feathers and all, the quills.
That's
But
right.
back onto the wood carving though. Project after that, which probably be like to get finished with everything. It might be like a year to get onto this, maybe more, but I'd like to get into wooden dolls.
That's right.
Yeah.
Which is, I would like to declare for anyone in the comments, which is the Chad move, by the way. Making
very-
wooden dolls is a Chad move. I don't want to hear any hate comments. We fully support this.
Yeah, it's the woodworking, but it's also the textile making. So both of those are very important.
Exactly. Very masculine traits.
Yeah,
This
you
is-
can also give it to your child, and that's going to be nice.
That's right. This is actually it's all for his future children and the wife. As we all know, see, women also like wooden birds. They want a nest, okay? As we all know, women like to nest. So that's why they put things on the walls and they make a house a home, okay?
Yeah, they also like when you reject consumerism and go full off the grid.
I think that's just the autistic women. But maybe that's what we want. Maybe is that what you guys want?
The women, they like when you take charge and just don't let anyone else rule you. You know, you can't let the corpos rule you. You got to be the one out there doing shit. You got to be the guy making this happen, right? Jeff Bezos is spiritually cucking you if you buy things from Amazon. It's true.
True. Can confirm.
I asked. What I was gonna ask. What did I say? I made a comment and then Nostalgic blew right past it.
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm doming you. Doming.
I'm being domed. We talked about this before we started. I am actually being domed now. It's very sad. Okay. What I said was, do you guys want the autistic waifu?
What do you mean by autistic?
We mean actually autistic.
Okay, so here's the thing. Like, there's autistic retards and there's autistic geniuses. You do not want your wife to be an autistic retard, but you also don't want your wife to be an autistic genius, right? So you don't actually want an autist waifu.
Okay, what about you? What about you, DDN?
That far, I'll take any of them.
He's gonna take any of them. He's very open right now. He's like, I'll take any. What about the Aspie wife then? Okay, that's that. What about the Aspie wife?
Aspie is fine. OCD is fine. Like schizophrenic is fine. Schizoid is fine. Schizotypal is fine. Anything that starts with skits is fine.
Okay.
Um,
So you would date the female version of me. I mean, this is what I hear from you guys all the time. That if I was a woman, I'd
the
be.
female version of Jamie, yeah. Like, I mean, here's the thing, Jamie. Sometimes you're not very confident, but in a woman, that's less of a bad thing. So yeah, I think I'd take the female version of you.
Okay.
Yeah, if you weren't fat, of course.
Okay, that's right. If I lost, well, if I was a woman, I'd probably lose. I need to lose like 100 pounds, but
Yeah, and then you'd be a fine lady.
That's right. Truly peak. We got the cheeks, everything. We'd be absolutely winning.
That's right. I would send you feet pics all day.
Oh no, a good thing, but at least they're not dick pics, okay? As we know, okay, audience. I know we have the non-existent Zoomer audience. That's right. I say we're gonna cut it out. I'm actually just gonna keep it. It's all gonna
Yeah,
go in.
I mean, you just have to, like, you know, if you're watching the podcast, you just got to go back and listen to it like a second time to get what he means sometimes. But
Yes. Well, also, I mean, I repeat what people say, so that's the good thing, right? The good thing about me autistically, going back and saying what someone said over again, I'd be like, oh yeah, you said this? Oh wow, interesting. Oh.
Wow. Yeah. I don't really repeat what people say. Used to when I was a kid, and I think I've said this before, but used to when I was a kid, I would do everything like 4 times. So I'd breathe in 4 times in a row and then out 4 times in a row, right? Like that's how it was, and I just do that all day.
Okay. Since you brought it up, nostalgic, what was it like growing up poor and autistic?
Poor and autistic. Wow. Here's the thing: is I'm poor, but I live in America, so it was actually just pretty based. I'm gonna be honest with you, it was fine, right?
That's
Like
fine.
like it's gotten less so, right? Like initially I was poor, right? But that didn't really affect me as much, right? And then yeah, I moved up to like Massachusetts, and I was poor, but everything was chill. I had friends, good times. I was like eating food still. I was eating like chicken patties for dinner every night, but that's like whatever, you know. And
Yeah,
then
chicken
then I had
patties are
to
pretty good. Chicken patties are pretty good, my man.
okay, well that's you don't want to eat a chicken patty for dinner every night.
I
Like
guess that's true. I don't think I would either. You're correct.
yeah,
I did eat chicken patties almost straight for I think maybe like 2 weeks though, one time.
yeah. And anyway, so I had to move away from Massachusetts,
Is
and
that
then
why
things
you're
started
soy?
deteriorating pretty rapidly, right? Uh, like because my mom and my stepdad like broke apart, and then it was just kind of like me and my mom, and we were homeless for like a month and sleeping in the car.
That's sad to
And
hear, my man. That's sad. Sad times, man.
yeah, I'll tell you, homelessness isn't that bad if you have a car, right? Like I'm a pretty like positive outlook guy. So emotionally, I don't think I was doing too bad. I was always feeling like pretty okay about it, but it was definitely like a bad situation. And then we got into this house that used to be a former like crack den, right? And this shit like is messed up. Like there's some like repairs we had to do, and like it basically works as a home, but it's like very shoddy. And then like we got dogs for some reason. We adopted puppies, and they also messed it up even more. So shit's just whack over here. And
So it's the junk
I think I'm
den.
like breathing bad air, and I wasn't eating enough food. I fixed like the food thing mostly. Though today I skipped breakfast and lunch because like partially because it's Friday, but also because I ran out of breakfast stuff, so I had to skip breakfast.
Well, you just
So
gotta fix
I'm
the
pretty
air.
low cal right now, but I've been eating pretty good nowadays.
I know
Still
that's
breathing
good.
the air,
That's good.
but
Now you just gotta fix the air. You gotta open up a window, okay? You gotta learn to live with the cold air and just keep a window open, so
it
you
is
have the
it is
fresh air coming
28
in.
degrees outside right now, Jamie, and the heater is not keeping up even with the windows closed.
Wait, what
So
temperature is it right now?
it's 28 degrees out here.
Uh, bro, come on. It's like 68 here. Come on, bro. It's
Yeah, okay. You don't get cold temperatures, Jamie. You don't understand.
Warmer.
Yeah.
Just get warmer air.
Just get
Just
warmer air.
warmer air. You're right. I'll ask the tree spirits to help. They'll warm it up.
That's exactly right. You have to commit
Good
another
time.
sacrifice to the druids.
Well, I'm not gonna sacrifice to them. I'm not a pagan. They're just my bros.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Can you tell us a bit what it was like growing up with you though, Didion? What is it? What made Didion? What made our favorite Southern boy with a good accent?
Jeremiah Johnson. That movie.
That movie. I mean, that's pretty good. That's like a pretty solid like rising up story, right?
That's what made him.
Like he was just put in a basement, and he was just made to watch that movie for like
That's it.
18 years. Now here he is, full grown
Yes.
man come at us.
Yes. I have. So
Did you all hear what I said? I said Jeremiah Johnson.
yeah, the movie. Yeah,
the movie, right?
Oh yeah. Okay. Sorry, I was worried that I didn't press push to talk or some sort.
no,
Man
that's
is
what
doing
we were
push to
talking about.
talk.
We were
Man,
talking about how you got locked in a basement for 18 years and was just forced to watch the movie, and that's how you grew up.
yeah,
And now you are Jeremiah Johnson.
that's right. I know. I'm like
Good
family life. Didion's like, no, I hate my family. I don't want to talk about them.
Movies though, that's the shit.
That's what made it. To be honest, so I've never seen this movie.
You haven't? Didn't we watch it?
Wait, have I seen this movie?
Yeah, we literally watched
Watch this.
it.
Oh, never
Yeah.
mind. I did watch. Oh, I forgot what the movie was called. We did watch it. That movie was great, actually.
Yeah.
I recommend it.
Yeah, so Didion's that guy.
Okay. And if you want to experience something like that with us, then make sure to join the @JamieBoy Discord. We have tons of great things, and we do occasional movie nights. So if you haven't, join my Discord. It's in the description below.
All right, now that you got that gay ass shit out of the way, what are we doing next?
What are you doing next? Okay. I like how I put bring up before all my things. Bring up this, bring up that, blah, 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 blah. Okay, how do you think the internet has shaped you? Since that's how I met you guys, is on the internet.
Mm, that's an interesting question. I think the internet, it took me away from a lot of healthier things I could be doing, but it also really taught me a lot, right? I think it made me a lot more knowledgeable, not more intelligent because like you don't get intelligence from knowledge, right? But it definitely made me a lot more knowledgeable and able to utilize my intelligence better, right? And and I think honestly become a better person just because right, like the internet took maybe a little bit of opportunity away from me, but there wasn't much there besides from the internet in the beginning just because of all the moving I did and all the situational issues. I don't think I've wasted much of my time on the internet, to be honest. I think a lot of it was used pretty well to make me better than I would have been.
Yeah.
I
So
I also do feel, that there's a lot of ways though, and that is a kind of addiction, right? Like forms, and it was definitely a time where I was more addicted, and I think now I'm fine with it, but that took away from a lot of things I could be doing for myself, like physically. Like when I was like 13, I spent like my whole year like laying in my room. Like I did not do like jack shit, and that's from other things in the internet. But that was really shit, and
yeah,
I
that's
should have
bad.
used that time better.
But it's good that you've gotten on the self improvement jump though, right?
Yeah,
Since
I mean, I was always kind of into it. Like I don't do like big research into self improvement. I
yeah.
just
No, but it's just from the people you interact with, right? You've gotten in with people who focus on that kind of stuff, and they think that's important, right?
yeah. Well, I don't like Discord has been very good specifically. Like stuff like YouTube and Twitch, those are more wasted times, right? But I think it's very good for me that I was able to talk to people online and talk to the smart people. There's a lot of smart people, and there's a lot of good people in the community I found myself in. I didn't get groomed. I didn't find myself in an LGBTQ Discord server. You know, I didn't become. I keep wanting to say the F word, right? And you know what I'm talking about, right? And there was
Yes.
definitely a high risk when I was like a young teenager of getting on the internet and becoming, like an LGBTQ kind of person. But it definitely went the opposite way, and I think that's good,
Yeah. No,
right?
and I
I think
think
I would be like, if it wasn't for the internet, I'd be like a neocon, like
loner incel.
unfit.
You'd be a, would you be a, what question though? Do you think that you'd be less sociable and more of a loner? Since I know that, especially back then, you were having a lot of hard times being around. I can relate. In some ways, I trained in school a lot. I've always been kind of a loner. I mean, I was pretty popular in school, but I was always emotionally and just always just honestly like I didn't want to be a loner, but I was a loner because I didn't express myself
Mm.
deep
Well,
emotionally.
that's the thing for me is there was never really a desire to do that, right? Like after I left Massachusetts, there was never a desire like, oh, I have to make new friends, right? I was kind of like whatever about it, you know. So if I didn't get on the internet, I think there's two options. Either A, I would be so bored, you know, and so without something like addictive and fun to do that I would pursue like social life. And of course that would lead to problems too. Because the internet made me, gave me all these ideas and, helped form my principles and such. And without those I think I would have fallen into, just the American culture, which, has a lot I problems.
It was back then you weren't a child cat, right? You weren't serious about
No, I was
your
not.
traditional
So
Catholic faith.
like I think I might have been more sociable, but it would have definitely ended up bad for me, right?
Yes,
But
our
there's
man
also
should have
the
had
second
premarital
option.
sex. That's what would have happened.
And the second option is I have so little to do that I actually just like go insane
Self harm,
and I
yeah,
can start doing stuff that is like literally insane.
yeah, self harm stuff, yeah, that kind of stuff.
Terrorism.
Terrorism. You
Terrorism,
become the memes. You
I mean,
become Ted
I think
Kaczynski.
there's kind of a thing there. And I mean, this is going to be uploaded to YouTube, so I guess I don't want to talk about this, but like, I feel like both paths lead to a similar place, in terms of how insane, I am compared to the average, like how abnormal I am, I should say, not like literally clinically insane.
Exactly.
But
You don't think people are awake, right? I mean, I can relate to that. You don't think that people are awake to the actuality of their environment.
no, and I would definitely not be without the internet, and it's not even like because I don't watch like political people that much anymore. I wasn't spoon fed this stuff. It was more like information was presented to me, and like certain ideas were presented to me, and then with that, I started to formulate my own stuff, and kind of wake up to the reality of our government and our culture, and you know what atheism is and what other religions are, and to formulate a belief system. Like I wasn't spoon fed like government conspiracy theory shit. I definitely I definitely formed it in a way
Yeah.
on my own,
Same
which was
with
really
me.
good.
I mean, my
You know,
family.
Homegrown.
He's home.
Yeah,
He's a homegrown extremist.
like that most of my ideas are grown from my own brain, right?
Yeah.
And a lot of them obviously have very similar stuff. A lot of my thoughts aren't original, but most of my thoughts are not borrowed intentionally, right? Most of it does come like straight from me.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of it was from my own research as well. Like, my parents are basic conservative, junks like that.
Yeah,
But a lot of my stuff is through my own research, my own thoughts, and my own real study of these things and how they're important, right? Because I do
yeah,
watch more political stuff. There was a time where I think I was actually, I would say that I was too obsessed, right? I was too obsessed. I was consuming too much Infowars, Alex Jones type stuff, and
yeah.
that it hurt. It hurts your relationships, right? Because that's all you talk about. And right now, I'm trying to balance that more. I'm trying to
I don't
balance.
think I would ever talk about that shit that much in real life, but
Well, it was a problem
I
for
only
me.
really
Okay.
I only really watched that like political stuff when I was more like libertarian tard kind of. But
He was a lolbert. He was a lolbertarian. That's how we all were at one point.
yeah.
Everyone was a lolbert at one point.
I mean, yeah, I think you go through that phase usually, especially in the modern day, right? Like if this was like medieval times, we wouldn't, but because in the modern day American culture is libertine, you kind of start out like that, and you start out trying to justify that, and either you stay that way your whole life, or there's a breaking point where like you kind of realize, hey,
Mm-hmm.
just do it. I think it was very gradual for me. Like I think eventually I just started saying, like, why shouldn't I make people do this? Why am I not right? You know,
Yes.
why shouldn't I be the emperor?
No.
Why why
No.
why should the Senate exist? Well, I am the Senate.
Yes, exactly. Thank you for the reference. We needed that. We had to keep things relatable with the audience, of course.
Okay.
What's Elsa, please? What's the? Is it you? Is it you nostalgic? Are you doing the clicking?
No. Oh, that's probably my dog walking around.
Is that the clicking? Is your dog?
Yeah.
I thought I was going insane. But like you're like clicking one button of your keyboard occasionally, and I was like, no,
No.
why? I didn't want to
I
say
would
anything,
do
but I
that.
was like, oh, what?
My dog's just walking around aimlessly because she's used to being in bed at this point.
Okay.
All right. What about you, DDN? How did the internet shape you?
So everyone, take your deep breaths now. But this is when we can cut. Okay, right, guys, right into the microphone.
Oh wait, this is cut time?
No, 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 I'm actually gonna have to cut it.
Oh shit. Okay, that was my mouse.
No, I can cut. That was his mouse. That's right. That was actually just that was the mouse. It was a squeaky noise. Um, that said that word that
Yeah.
was bleeped. It was we were just bleeping the mouse noises. So then people wouldn't know that Nostalgic has his rats. So we're bleeping. That's what was bleeped. We're keeping it for his. Even though I mentioned it, that was bleeped for his own
So
house
people don't know I
safety.
actually have Parkinson's disease and can't control my arms.
Yes, that's right. He actually murdered a rat. He actually just smashed a rat with his hand and killed it. Right. That's the sound that we censored.
Okay, I think I'm about ready. I'd say the internet's been a very mixed bag for me. Of course, there's vices on the internet, but I think all in all,
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's a lot of porn on the internet, but there's a lot of friends too, and
that's
there's stuff
right. What does the internet mean to you? Friends and porn. That's right.
like.
okay, is this working now?
It's working. Yeah, you're talking.
All right, I think the internet's. I mean, there's like I was saying, there's vices on there, but I think the knowledge it gives you and the different viewpoints is very important. I know for sure I wouldn't have been half the person I was if I hadn't gotten into the internet.
Yeah, it's definitely also like it's a confidence booster too to just know
To
how
know, to know, there's all these
how
peons. There's all these like peons without souls. Like if we go full on Calvinist. There's all these peons that are soulless. They just wander the earth. That's, and that we are the intellectual elite. Isn't that right? Yeah.
yeah we're like we're the
I'm
kind
definitely peasant tier at best.
He's what? He's present tier.
Peasant.
Peasant tier. Okay, but he's above the peons. He's a little
Nope.
bit above. He's peasant
I
tier.
am the peon.
He is the
Absolutely.
peons. Okay.
I'm a retard.
Okay. Well, we
I
do
am
love our retards.
the internet's great. I love it.
Yes. Didier, would you say that you would be more or less sociable if you had never been on the internet?
I'd say probably more, to be honest.
Oof. So we have two sides of the same coin. We have nostalgic saying that the internet literally saved his life, because he either would have become an insane person or had premarital sex and become a terrorist. Either some premarital sex and and like cutting himself. Both would have turned him into a terrorist. But I don't know how. But
Yeah, instead of terrorism, I'm into the tree spirits now.
that's right. And
Yeah.
and the Pope and the Christ and the yes the Vicar of Christ. That's what I meant to say.
Yes, he is. Okay,
Nope, I don't. Okay, that's fine.
shut the fuck up, Jamie.
Okay. What are your thoughts on it? What about not just you guys? What about general society? Okay, I know that you guys are two sides of different coins, but what about society in general? To like the average man, okay?
Absolute negative.
Yeah, I think we live in one personally.
We live
I
in
believe that
we live in a society.
is what we're in right now. In fact, the three of us is a society.
That's
You
right.
ever considered that?
No, we're a community.
This
Okay, there's a
society
difference
where
between a community of brothers and a society. Okay, we have to be able
no,
to differentiate that.
we're a society, and the society is ordered that I, Dom Jamie, and then Dian, he is the third party. He's the checks and balances to keep us
To the
straight.
dom. That's right. He keeps us under control because then it would just be a vying for power. We would just be butting
Yeah,
heads the entire time.
yeah. So we're all important players in the society, and we're all contributing, and we all love each other. We're a friendly society.
That's right.
We're not like modern society. Where in modern society, no one loves each other, and everyone's just trying to get their next hit. Like yeah. We're all in modern society, we're all just passing around the blunts and the
That's
weed.
right.
And if you don't pass the weed, if you don't pass the pleasure, someone's gonna beat you up.
That's right. Have you guys done weed though? Can we get that? Can we get that here?
I've never done it in my life.
DDN. Okay, nostalgic is a no. What about you, DDN?
Never done no narcotics or any sort of drugs.
Okay.
I've done narcotics before, but not
So it
weed.
seems that I am the I am the I am the no. I mean, that never happened. That's right, guys. You heard that. The police.
You're a good boy.
I'm a good
That's
boy. I totally did. I didn't smoke that blunt at the after prom party. That never happened, and I didn't do it that one at a couple other times.
I would never take a blunt from a high schooler, personally.
You want a prom?
I did go to prom. Did you guys did you guys go? Oh wait, have you guys had prom yet?
I have not had prom yet, and I will not. I don't go to school dances.
What about you, DDN?
Cannot confirm nor deny.
You've been to prom?
I'm 12.
I'm 12. That's right. DDN
He's
is
gonna
12.
use his anime waifu pillow.
Let's clarify. DDN is not actually 12
We
because
can't verify that.
yes, no, we can because I'm gonna have to check a box that says I have children, that I have literal children on the show. So you're not.
Oh, 12
Do you-
isn't a child, Amy.
you-
Come on now.
No. Nope. For all intents and purposes, GDN is at least 16.
Probably.
That's right. We're gonna tell YouTube at least. That's what. No, that is the truth. YouTube. That's right. But I recommend you go to prom. Okay. You shouldn't miss it out. You should go to
No,
prom.
I'm not gonna go to prom.
Okay. Well, I tried. I tried to save this man.
Oh shit, he's gone. What the hell? I don't want to stand in a room for like a couple hours drinking fucking punch like a nerd when I could be here sitting down having debates on Discord, doing whatever the fuck I do all day.
That's true. That is true. Okay. Well, DDN just left us.
Yeah, I sent him my feet pics and he leaves.
I
We'll see if he responds to that at all.
the question marks.
The question marks. That's all I have.
Come back. Come back. Don't leave us, King.
Well, do you have any questions you like specifically wanted to ask me? Like any more of those?
No.
Wow.
All that matters about you is that you're poor. No.
Okay.
That's
I mean, I
right.
could tell you more stuff, like if you really needed it.
Okay. Let's talk a little more. We can get a little bit more into the nostalgic lore. Who also? Wait, would you accept feet pics? Would you also accept feet pics?
No. Do not send
Okay.
me any pics of any body part. Thank you. If you send me a pic, you will be found. Anyways.
You have to realize we're gonna cut some. We're gonna cut like at least 20 minutes. So
cut those 20 minutes like the doctor cut my foreskin off.
that's right, as he should. That's right. We're
Oh,
coming out.
no, Jamie, come on, man. That's like, don't do that.
Do
Don't
that.
cut your foreskins. Can we talk about foreskins?
Yes,
Children
I guess.
should have their foreskins.
And I think that getting them cut off is not a bad thing.
It is actually literally a bad thing for your health.
No, I don't think there's been any study to
It is
show that it's
also
actually bad for your
a
health.
practice that we should just not do. So
It was a practice that was told to do by Yahweh. So I don't know why you don't love Yahweh.
you're not supposed to say it. Come on, man. Don't say it like that. Man.
What do you mean? Are you telling me that we're not Hebrew roots? Are you not a brother? We was kings and shit.
I mean, like, if you understand like New Testament theology, though, there's no reason to circumcise.
Well, I'm
You know,
not
like,
saying that you have to circumcise, but
No,
maybe
you
maybe it's
shouldn't circumcise.
maybe it's a commitment. It's a commitment to raise your child,
Well,
for
what do you mean
God.
it's a commitment. What?
It's a
What do you
commitment.
mean it's a commitment? When you cut their dick off, you're committed.
Yeah, you're showing a commitment. You're showing that you're committing your
man, you're
child to the
committed as
Lord.
soon as you nut. You're
Like-
committed as soon as you nut, Jamie. That's when you're committed. But whatever. Anyways, what were we talking about? Nutting, foreskin, doctors, fuck doctors, something.
We hate the medical field. That's what nostalgic is saying.
You know, honestly, like, there's a lot of bad actors, but there's a lot of people out there curing cancer, right? But the people at the top are just like so evil, man. Like, come on. Like, did you know the Pfizer CEO, man? Like, he fights so that drug prices cannot be controlled. He wants to extort you out of the shit, man.
Probably true. You know, honestly though, I don't doubt that one bit. I mean, I've seen similar stuff, not particularly from him, but that wouldn't surprise me at all.
Yeah. And that's what keeps us poor, Jamie. And that's why we gotta rise up.
No, no, we disavow.
We gotta rise up with our words.
That's
and
right. And with
good
our
deeds.
peaceful
We have to be the
protest,
salt.
just
We
like
have to be
Martin
the-
Luther King, right?
Yeah, we have to be the salt of the earth, Jamie.
That's right. The salt of the earth without our foreskins.
That's right. We have to be high in sodium content.
And have no foreskins. That's
And
right.
we have to keep our babies having their foreskins.
Okay.
Do not cut off your baby's foreskin.
Yes, but you have to realize that a lot of Protestants, they don't practice baby baptism, infant
A lot of
baptism.
Protestants are wrong, and you should not replace child baptism with cutting their dick off. I'm just saying.
I feel, actually, to be honest, I've never looked into that, but that might, if that's the case, I feel like that might be the case. If we brought that back because we got rid of.
I don't know. I think it might have been like another people group that bought that back. I don't know, man.
If it was a different group of people that we can't talk about, is that those the people?
Yeah, maybe. Anyways, what was I? Oh yeah. Just like read the letters of Paul, and you realize that you're wrong. Okay. Like
No, I'm not saying you have to. By the way, I didn't say that you had to.
No,
be a Christian.
you really should not. Like
I wasn't making an argument that you have to.
Yes.
I would never make an argument that you have to be circumcised.
It is literally harmful, right? And when it was like demanded by God as a sacrifice, obviously you do it, right? But now that it's not, you don't harm your child like that for no freaking reason, right? Like it's just a slightly harmful thing that we have culturally ingrained.
And we're gonna keep it that way.
No, Jimmy, stop. Why are you so obsessed with getting
because mine's gone, so nobody else can have theirs. that's
Man,
it. That's
You're
it.
so obsessed. I'm mad right now. This is revealing some things about you, Jamie.
Don't worry, guys. I'm just joking. Please, if you're watching this, you can calm down. I don't actually care.
Okay, he needs help. Can we talk about how much we love black people?
No. Oh no.
No, it's not even racist. I just think that black people should have their own nation. You ever think about that, Jamie? You ever think that maybe I'm actually just a black nationalist?
Like me.
Yeah, we're both black nationalists who want the black people to have their own nation for the black people, by the black people.
Am I going to this nation, by the way? Am I are we one dropping me there?
King of this nation, my Senegalese warrior friend. You have an ancestral right. Anyway, yeah. So I love black people. I love Native American people. I love Hispanic people.
I do too.
I do love Italians. I just don't like what they did many times.
So, oh, you don't like the Pope? Is that why you don't like Italians? That's right.
I love the Pope. But many times Italians have done many bad things. It's been harmful to my people and many other people's.
Whose people? What's your people?
I am an American. I am 100% old stock.
Well, true. He's a true American. Unlike us.
Yeah.
Unlike us, foreign immigrants.
You are a Germanic Senegalese invader.
I guess so.
Yep. But I gotta let you stay here because you've been here a couple generations. I can't like justify a mass deportation. No other country will take you. Like Germany's not gonna take you back. Like, come on. I mean, like maybe I could send you to like the moon or something. But
and die. Sends me to my death.
You won't die. We'll send you to the moon alive. And if you die, it's your fault. You should have just survived better. So I've been eating some plain yogurt. Oh, hey, dude. I've been eating some plain yogurt, right? And I'm gonna be honest with you, plain yogurt's not a taste I'm used to. So I had to mix in some raw honey, but it's been pretty good. It's been pretty good. I got till March to eat the whole thing, so I'm getting there. It's good. It's good shit.
It is. Yogurt's good.
I'll be a plain yogurt enjoyer for the rest of my life. I
think he's back. Is our favorite man Didi Dong here?
Yep.
That's nice.
Here. That's
okay.
Nice.
Were you in the middle of answering a question? I think you might have been.
He was.
Okay.
What was I don't remember what the question was.
Me either. We talked too much about foreskins. And...
Yeah. I think we might. I'm thinking about if we're gonna cut that or not. I'll think about it later. I'll think about
No,
it.
don't cut the foreskin talk. That was important. Just like go back to your questions list and figure out where we were.
Oh, I can just do my next question.
Okay.
In your opinion, what is it that makes entertainment content worth watching, and also what gives it value in your life? And do you think that entertainment has to give personal value?
All right, I'll go first. Entertainment does have to give value, first of all, right? I'm very much against the idea of wasting your time, right? Because there's doing a bad thing, and then there's failure to do the right thing, right? And you don't always have to find like the best possible thing and do it, right? But there is a failure to do the right thing. And if you're wasting your time with like mediocre shit, even if it's not bad for you, you are doing something like you are having an opportunity cost that is too great. You were being like slothful and kind of a piece of shit and probably a Marvel fan. Okay. So
Big
I do think it has to provide personal value. So I try to seek out media that has sanctifying value, right? And of course, you do not want media that is gonna like harm your mind, that's gonna propagandize you, that's gonna tempt you to sin. Media like that should be wiped off the earth. It should be burned, banned by the government. There should be mass censorship to get rid of media like that. Okay.
So bring back blasphemy laws.
Yes. Anyways, and then it's almost impossible if you're gonna watch media in the modern day to control like, oh, like this guy like blasphemy, so I just can't watch him anymore, right? Some things I had to get rid of. Like I stopped watching stuff because I was like, I'm wasting my time. This shit's bad for me.
Can
So I
you
just stopped
can you give us an
watching it.
example? Can you give us an example?
No, because I forgot who they are. I have erased them from my brain. But like someone like Northern Lion is someone I didn't completely stop watching because sometimes he does blasphemy, right? But in
How does he do
general,
that? How does he do that?
like he just says the Lord's name in vain. I don't tolerate that in general. But with Northern Lion, right? He has a wife. He has a kid. You know, he's a reasonable guy. He's not. I'm not gonna say he's a good guy,
He's a Canuck. What do you expect?
but he's a reasonable guy, right? And he's a
Bald
fairly
Canadian.
good way
He's a bald
to pass
Canadian.
the time.
He's a
You
bald
know, and
Canadian.
so
That's
whenever he says the Lord's name in vain or something, I'll like do a prayer, right? For him and for his family and for everyone, and especially to not do that. And and that's just a habit I have of doing that anytime someone does that, right? And I think that's a good habit. I think it's a habit everyone should adopt to kind of insulate because you're gonna hear it a lot, and if you keep hearing it, it's gonna affect you. So I think when you hear that, you should get in the habit of saying a prayer, of reminding yourself what is true, what is correct, who God actually is.
yeah, what's true, good, and beautiful, right? Which is how you should
Yeah.
also approach your media, right? You want it to be showing the truth and the goodness of life and also the beauty of it, which can be
Yeah.
harsh, right? Like we always think of the truth and beauty. It must always be perfect, but in actuality, you can find beauty and truth in things that are corrupt, and in some
Well, I
ways,
mean, I don't know about corrupt, imperfect.
well, because
Definitely,
human beings are
imperfect
corrupt, right?
can
So
be
like,
like
you can
imperfect
find
things
that.
cannot be perfectly beautiful, but they can be beautiful, right? They can be a reflection of God's beauty. Corruptness cannot be beautiful, but of course, the thing with corruptness can in some ways still be beautiful, like the human form,
Yes,
right? We've corrupted it,
that's
but it's
true.
still beautiful.
But he's nostalgic big thing. He bossed me. He girl bossed me, I guess. He's
Yeah,
a dude.
uh, it's
He
called getting.
domed me.
Bombed.
I got domed. That's right.
But yeah, so I try to seek out sanctifying media, and I think honestly I do fail a lot with that. I find myself, just doing things that are like, oh well, this will entertain me for this, short while, and I think that that's a problem, right? And I don't listen to enough like explicitly sanctifying stuff, even if I don't listen to bad stuff, right? But just stuff that's just like, oh, this is only gonna waste 30 minutes of my life, right? That is not that like I seek out too much of that stuff that's like this is just gonna waste 30 minutes of my life, and it's something I still have to work on.
Okay.
To seek out stuff that's like this is gonna improve me for 30 minutes,
Yes. Now,
or
question
you know,
though,
that's
how
explicitly good.
how will this podcast and also how do my streams and how will this podcast sanctify you?
Because it's talking to people. So I need, as humans, we need sociability, right? We need to get together. We need to commune. We need to share our ideas. And of course, it helps that we're all Christians. With Yeoman's channel, that helps. With everything I do in Discord, right? Like me on Discord talking to people, that's justified within itself by having good talking, right? Good speech that makes me think, or makes me more morally reinforced, right? And it's a good culture to be reinforced in, right? So we're all Christians here, right? So when you talk to us, Jamie, you're reinforced in Christianity, you're reinforced in the law of God, right? And you were also like psychologically, like you were spared from isolation that may otherwise happen
That's
if
true.
you weren't doing these talks. So this podcast is sanctifying me because instead of sleeping, I'm up, talking to you guys, and that is a good thing,
Yes, and we're
within
also
its
this is
times.
how
And obviously, you can have bad speech too. You can be
yes.
angry, you can insult a lot, and we do make a lot of jokes that kind of border on that. And Jamie, if you're ever uncomfortable, like, and not just uncomfortable, if you ever like really feel like you're being harmed by a consistent joke, do like tell me and DDN, definitely. And I know I'll stop. I think DDN would probably stop too, just
Yes.
because.
That's
No,
right, guys. I'm just too abused. That's right. The podcast. No. Maybe I will. Not
I
for the
will
for the
absolutely keep
podcast though.
abusing you.
What?
I will absolutely keep abusing you.
That's right. we never stop the abuse. Okay. No, but don't worry. I'll tell you if it was on the streams. But this is the freaking podcast. Okay, like, guys. This is
Oh,
where. This
this
is
is where I dom you. This is where I absolutely abuse you. This is where I go in there with the freaking slam on you. This is when it happens. This is when I go full hog.
That's right. No, but okay. But what? But how will? What about the viewer? Do you think what? Actually, you don't know. How would you know? how will this episode for the view from the viewer's perspective? How will this sanctify them then?
Um,
It'll convince them on the
well,
foreskins, right?
we
It's gonna
talked about how you shouldn't cut your kid's foreskin off, so they've learned a valuable lesson that maybe they didn't think about before. They know when they have a kid, hey, tell the doctor. You got to tell them explicitly, don't cut this part of their body off, you piece of shit.
Okay.
That's what you gotta do.
What about you, DDN? Same question. What about you? Okay, what makes entertainment content worthwhile, and does it need to have value? That's the first question. We can just do the first question first, and then I'll ask the second one later.
Good content provides value to your life. I think that's the main thing. And so long as it doesn't just take away value, it's fine to listen to it or whatever.
Okay, and does it need to give value? Does it always have to? Because nostalgia came out pretty strong as Marvel movies. He said that Marvel movies are garbage, and anyone who watches them is the scum of the earth, and you don't
They are.
understand true value.
Yeah,
DDN
Spider-Man.
agrees.
You can watch Spider-Man movies. No one
That's
else.
right. But Spider-Man is owned by Sony. That's right. Anything owned by Disney is garbage. But if it's owned by a different, if it's not owned by Disney, it's fair game, right? It's okay to watch.
Yeah, probably.
That's right.
That sounds like a good rule.
Okay. And also, I asked, how is this podcast going to sanctify you, Gideon, and how would it sanctify the viewers?
It's entertaining and Christian.
That's right.
Very
We're-
good.
That's
We
right.
should pray. We should all pray together. We should pray in Our Father together.
Our, what is
Yeah.
it? Our
Do you?
Father, full of.
I'll lead it, Jamie. I'll lead it, Jamie. Don't worry. I'm doming you. Just let me do it.
Okay.
Our Father,
Our
who art,
Father,
hallowed be thy name.
hallowed be thy name.
Thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven.
Thy will be done on
Give us
earth
this
as it is in
day our
heaven.
daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses.
Today we say our daily bread and forgive us our trespasses.
Against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Amen.
And deliver us from evil and not deliver us into temptation. Amen.
Okay.
I
See,
like
that
how
was
D-Dan did not join us for that. He was like, no, this sounds too Catholic for me. I don't want to do your chants.
maybe he did it in private, because that's also Christian as well, to not do it publicly, but he's put his phone away and prayed in private.
Pagan Babylon.
Huh?
Pagan Babylon.
No, the Our Father is not pagan babbling. Okay, that's
Yeah,
like
the Our Father is in the Bible. That is
Yeah.
that is a prayer Jesus prayed. Like,
yeah. We
that-
accept the Our Father here. Okay, DDN.
the Our Father was literally an example Jesus gave of how to pray.
That's right. Get on, DDN. Destroyed.
I'm crying.
He's crying right now.
Listen.
He's molding. What's the Twitch thing? Molding.
Malding. 'Cause it's like-
Malding.
yeah, it's pronounced like balding because malding is mad balding.
Oh, that's so
Yeah.
dumb.
Because you stressing your head out, you getting out of your head.
That's right. Okay, so I have a question for DDN. So DDN, I know you've looked into a lot of Eastern religion. How do you think that has helped your Christian walk, and how do you think it can help others? Since I know that's a real interest for you. No, he waits as he thinks, as he mind melds like a Vulcan. I don't know who he's mind melding with. Who do you think he's mind melding with, Nostalgic?
I don't know what the fuck that means. I've never watched Star Trek.
How have you not watched Star Trek? I'm ashamed.
How would I watch Star Trek? Explain to me.
You could have watched it on TV. You could have got a disc.
I could have. I just didn't. So,
He says, I'm calling upon the intelligence of my ancestors.
yes, I mean that's what you need to
His
do.
pagan ancestors. His demonic pagan ancestors.
You always need to consult the ancestors.
That's right.
They have wisdom. God didn't give you ancestors for no reason, He could have just popped us out of the freaking ground. But you know what? You know what he gave us? He gave us a mother and a father and a grandmother and a grandfather and so on and so forth.
That's right. It could be how the ancients thought that we came out of the rock, right?
No, that is not how the ancients thought.
Yes, they did. They thought that like maggots came out of the bread.
What the fuck? Oh, no, I see what you're talking about. I thought you were talking about like humans were born from a rock, which is definitely not what medieval people thought. You're talking about
I said
spontaneous-
pagans. I meant pagans. Medieval people.
A lot of pagans, honestly, because Adam and Eve actually existed. So a lot of pagans kept a very Christian creation story. Actually, it's very interesting. If you look into it, especially with things like the flood, that was a big thing that's shared among a lot of world religions. Because Noah was a real person and the flood actually happened. So, anyways,
Right.
but yeah, you're talking about like spontaneous generation, where people
Yes.
thought that like if you left meat out on the table, like flies spawned out of nowhere. But then they figured out it was just flies laying eggs in there.
That's right.
So,
Truly.
but, yeah.
Beautiful. That's right. Eat the moldy bread.
Mm.
Which is also science. You should eat the moldy bread.
You should eat the moldy bread.
For penicillin.
I
But keep the reference. No, you get
Yes,
that's how you get penicillin. It's from
I think
it's
some
bread.
mold is also like very bad for you though. You should not eat the moldy bread.
I don't think people really get sick from eating moldy bread, to be honest. I've
I-
never gotten sick from eating moldy bread.
They might. how much moldy bread have you eaten, Danny?
I don't.
That's kind of worrying that you
I
just
don't.
eat more.
It's just if it's only a little bit moldy on the edges. Okay, is it really that bad?
I keep my bread in the fridge to keep it from, well, a lot to keep it from the mice, but also to keep it good.
Oh shoot, we thought it was a joke. We thought it was a joke, but it seems. Why aren't the dogs keeping the mice at bay? Nostalgic.
They're retarded.
We should have got a hunting dog. Like my dog is a red bone coonhound. Hunter, my boy.
Yeah. Well, my dogs like to kill small things. They're just not very good at it.
That's right. So that's why instead of them biting the mouse, they accidentally just like bite your table leg and like.
Yeah.
All right. I'm ready.
Okay, go for it, King.
I'm gonna be honest. Don't think reading that stuff helped Christian faith.
Yeah, I
I
mean, it
just
is.
read it because the Aryans killed the indigenous and like that.
He just wanted the genocide. He just wanted the genocide. Okay.
It's a good read.
Well, did you not didn't you get any deep philosophical things from it? Or no, you didn't get any deep philosophical things from it.
Nope.
Yeah, it's just pagan randomness, Like Hindu people look up the
Retarded.
Hinduism in Buddhism. That's like Hinduism and Buddhism are kind of retarded.
Okay. Well, R.I.P. the Hindu audience.
I mean, Indians in the street, of course, they don't have a smart religion. Come on.
Oh, oh man, big goofies now. It's all over for me, boys. It's all over.
You're probably gonna have to cut that part.
No, you can talk about the caste system. That's what you can complain about the caste system.
Yeah, I could.
But we're not. You're just gonna say that they poop in the street.
Yeah. Okay. Like.
I'm so glad that we're so knowledgeable. I know. Truly,
Yeah.
only the peakest of mental acuity here.
Yeah, we're pretty smart guys. All right, well, let's keep it going, I guess.
I think DDN's. I think he's just covering his power level. I think DDN just doesn't want to show us his true power level right now. He's always posting these obscure things and what's it called? What's my channel called? Madness of Self. And now he's just blanking on us. He doesn't want us to show he's actually a mastermind of thought, which is big sad. Okay, I don't know why I'm asking this in the middle. Like, there's like a couple questions left, and I'm just like, life plans, and do you ever want to actually do any kind of media like this ever again?
Well, I
Nope.
do. I'll let Didion go first. I went first in like all the other ones.
Yeah, you can go first, Didion.
Nope.
He never wants to do a media like this ever again.
All right. I guess I'll talk about my life plans then.
No, wait, can you get some life plans out, Didion? Any life plans coming up? Any life plans soon?
Build house. Marry. Kids. Die.
Build house, marry, kids, die. He's got it all planned out. He actually does. That's the only real. I guess those are the only life events that really matter. So
I've got a bit of a more detailed plan, but I don't know if it can stand up to that at all.
yeah.
But I'll lay out some stuff. I kind of feel like I just want to lay out the end goal. The end goal is for me really, the most important thing is to be a saint, right? Not like literally getting canonized, but being like good, right? I want to get to a point in life where I can like invite homeless people into my house and and do stuff like that. But then I also want to become president of the United States, and then I want to become king of the United States. And then stage 2 happens, and then stage 3. And then I'll come back on this podcast and I'll dom you even more.
How likely is this scenario, by the way? How likely is this scenario?
This is 100% gonna happen. This is the life I've chosen.
I'd bet.
Yeah.
I'd bet too bad.
Too bad.
That's
Too bad. Gonna be worth like 40 billion by the time like I'm up there. So
right. He's gonna invest all of his money in Bat. So he's gonna become the ruler and instantly say, "Boom! Bat is now actually worth $40,000." So
I think that's. Oh, I guess it doesn't matter if it's illegal if I'm the guys making the law. So okay, we can do that.
that's right. Exactly. Now, would you be willing to do any kind of media like this ever again? So we got a no from DDN. But what about you, Nostalgic?
What? Oh yeah, I'd come on the podcast again. Not at this time though, like ever. Like
Well,
I feel tired.
yes,
This is a one-off thing that this time is, but
yes.
at a
For
more
DDN.
reasonable time, I'd come on again. You
No,
know,
I
I
know.
like.
This is a little bit late for me as well, but we're doing it anyway. Okay, we had to get this recorded.
Yeah.
So we had to get
Right.
the tag team. We had to get the tag team.
Yeah.
DDN and Nostalgic. I know, and DDN, you gotta be on for the Diamond episode.
But he's not a woman, aren't you? Isn't she supposed to be on like the woman episode?
Oh shoot, I haven't decided yet. I guess I have to decide if Diamond is gonna be on an episode with DDN or if she can only be on the woman episode.
Yeah.
I can be the harem leader.
He can be the harem leader.
Harem leader. Yeah. Jamie can't be the harem leader, but you can, I
I'm
guess.
too much. That's right. I'm too weak. I'm too much of a simp. I can't truly be the harem leader. So, can you guys please explain? Can you guys please explain how you feel about women? Can we get your thoughts on women? You absolutely based Zoomers.
I'll start.
Yes. Give it
Love
to
them.
us. He loves women.
I concur. I also love women.
Think they're cute.
Yep.
Yes.
Not e-girls though. Hate
Not
them.
e-girls. Yeah, they're kind of like a little weird.
I like
Oh, wow.
the e-girls.
Yeah, you got bad opinions, Jamie.
Well, hey, the e-girls got my nose though. You literally the only time you see someone with my type of nose, they're an e-girl. It's not a lie though. It's not
Right,
a
and
lie.
it's a physiognomy thing, you know. You're attracted to people who look like you, and e-girls look like you, which is just a
Cute
horrible.
nose.
It is
nose.
exactly, and you can only find the nose in e-girls. That's right.
And e-girls and Jamie.
That's right. E-girls and me.
Right here on this channel, this is the only place you can find a man with this nose. That's a reason for staying, subscribing, giving him
Like
a
a circus freak.
It's we're a circus freak. That's right.
Yeah, he's also got great lips. You know,
He's
just
got-
watch the stream, you'll see.
Watch the streams. That's right. At Jamie Boy on Twitch. That's right.
Yeah, he's also got a very handsome facial structure, which if this podcast goes out in a month, will be even more handsome.
That's right.
And also there will be a wooden bird you're looking at right now.
That's right. On the screen again.
All right.
That's
Huh?
So-
We love women here, to be honest,
We
you
do.
know?
Any
Like, I don't have an interest in dating, especially right now, but, like, they're nice. I like women.
So, but what are your thoughts on incels then? Was that's a big thing on the right wing Zoomer thing, especially with someone like Mr. Nick?
Yeah. Well, he doesn't, like, you know, there's a very fine line between incel and volcel, right? Being an incel means that you want a woman, like, really bad, but you cannot have
So
woman,
me,
right?
so me is
And
so me, so me.
If you are an incel, you know, I'm a solutions-focused organization, so I think if you are an incel, you know, here's your paths. Either, like, give up on dating women, focus on yourself, you know, don't even, like, worry about the hope of it, right? Like, you're gonna get fit, you're gonna get a nice life. Don't worry about the hope that because of that you're gonna get a GF. Just be good, you know, stop chasing the dating, stop doing all that stuff. Just go. Right? Option 2, just get a girlfriend, to be honest. Like, you're going after the wrong women, you need to change up your strategies. You need to come to me, and I will tell you right to your face that you're a fat fuck, you smoke weed, you need to go outside, you probably have unrealistic standards, you need to get fit, you know. And honestly, both of them, like both paths, have very similar actions. One path you give up on dating altogether for a while. The other path you still want to date, but you're also mostly focusing on getting fit, right?
I feel like you're like a
I think
Sam Hyde. You're
incels,
like the young version of Sam Hyde.
incels need to get up, get fit, get God. All right, I need to let my dogs out on the porch real quick.
Okay. What do you have to say about the incels then, DDN? Come on, DD Dong. You have any critique for the incels? Since we know that you love women and have no critique about women, what critique do you have for the incel? Or the people that promote incel life as a solution to their problems?
If you're incel in a balsal way, based. If
Base.
not, gay.
Gay. He just calls them gay.
Yeah.
Yep.
But yeah,
Okay.
like I'm a also, and I think that's fine. You know,
What do you say about the people that promote inceldom?
no one promotes incel. Everyone just complains about it.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do.
There's no one who's promoting incel. If you are promoting being celibate, you are also. That's
Yeah.
like literally the definition.
Yeah, but people they promote hating
How the fuck are
women.
you promoting involuntarily being something? It doesn't make any fucking sense.
No, like they
Unless
say
you're
you
a
say that you
woman
should they say you should
promoting
hate women.
making
Like
eyes at incel, right?
you should hate and reject women, right?
That's not being an incel. It's called being based.
It's being based. We're
Okay.
getting
Like,
deeper now.
there are women, by the way. Very rare, and a lot of them are just like troll accounts. But like, there are very few women who I imagine are like, we should make men incels, right? Because they had no father figure in their life, so they're kind of crazy. And they're like, we should work to make more incels by rejecting men, and they get off on it.
Actually, I just have a question. Do you guys think that a woman can be truly right wing? Can women be right wing extremists?
Yeah,
You DDN?
Very unlikely.
Yeah, I would argue that they cannot be because
mm,
of their innate nature and who they are and what women I've met. I do
have
not
you
think that
heard?
women. I don't think that women can be true right wing extremists without being like mentally ill.
Have you heard of Mary, the mother of Jesus?
Yeah, but she wasn't a right wing extremist.
She was. Being Christian, being a true Catholic, is being a right wing extremist. It's true.
Oh my goodness.
Religion and politics are intrinsically tied together.
I mean, they are, but this is true, but that's not the argument that I made. That wasn't the argument that I was going for.
Your argument: women can be right wing extremists because women can be Catholic. So.
Women can be Catholic. I think women can be Christians, as we all know. Catholics worship three gods. They worship they worship God. They worship the Pope, and they worship Mary. And Mary is actually Dean, what did they say? What did like the really weird Baptist say? Who was Mary again? Is she like Baphomet or something? Like who was DDN? Who's Mary supposed to be in the unholy like Catholic Trinity? The meme?
I think it's ISIS. She's supposed to be ISIS.
She's supposed to be ISIS?
Like the Islamic State.
She's supposed to be the Islamic State ISIS.
Yeah. She's supposed to be the Islamic State.
Based. No, not based. We condemn the Islamic states. At the JayTheory Podcast disavows and says we do not endorse the Islamic State.
Are you sure?
Alhamdulillah.
No, alhamdulillah, my brother.
All right. Well, that was the good line of questioning. What's the next one?
Okay. Do you guys have any reading recommendations? What books should our viewers read?
I started reading The Divine Comedy recently. Pretty freaking great. So, but always read the Bible first. Understand your catechism. Understand what church teaching is before you read The Divine Comedy, just so you don't get confused or anything.
I recommend that as well, but you should not read the Catholic Catechism. You should read You should read the Westminster. The Westminster. What's the wait? Who does the Westminster Catechism? Is that? Yeah, sure.
Probably like English people.
Do the Luther Catechism or the Westminster Catechism. Anything,
Nope.
anything but the Catholic Catechism.
No, I mean like you really need the Catholic Catechism for Dante though, because that's like a Catholic.
Actually, you probably do, to be honest.
Okay.
But
yeah,
you gotta
get
find
that.
the one from that time period though too. The modern one, that's cringe. You
What do
gotta
you mean
find
the
the.
one?
You gotta
Was
find
it
the
from
the.
time period?
Huh?
Dante was before Trent. He was pre-Tridentine.
Was there no catechism before?
I mean, you had like the Summa Theologica. You could read
That's
that.
right. You can read that. That's right. Before you read the Divine Comedy, you can read the Summa Theologica. I recommend that, since as we know, since as we all know actually, that Thomas Aquinas was actually a Baptist. He was the
But
Baptist. That's right.
if
That's
you're looking for like more fiction stuff, read Tale of Two Cities, Frankenstein. 1984 is good. If you have 1984, by the way, you're gonna want like something to write on, so you can conspiracy theory
that's
and
right.
be able to do so.
And come on, you
The
can't
book
forget the other one too. You have to also read, if you're reading
Brave New World.
1984, then you have to also read Brave New World.
Yeah. All right. Do you have any reading recommendations? My boy 3DD did in.
Let me look it up.
He has to read up his look. He has to look up his reading list. This man doesn't read. He only reads.
He reads his reading list.
That's right. He just goes back and forth between the reading list. Like, oh yes, the name of this book. I've truly learned so much now.
That's all you need is a title and a cover. You know, they say don't judge a book by its cover. That's a very good way to judge a book, though. So,
It is true, except for like an old school book. With more old
well, I
school
mean, yeah, the
books, you
ones
don't
that no
always
cover.
know.
But even then, like, you can judge it by, oh, this has no cover. This must be like a classic from before book covers were invented. So I gotta read this.
What is this? Is this like some book from like the 1200s? No, it actually is the Summa Theologica. It's one of the original Summa Theologicas.
Original copies. Yeah.
That's right.
So yeah, a book without a cover, like 99.9% of the time, is gonna be a good book,
I
and
think
you should read it.
I do. I think the only book without a cover that I have is a Goosebumps book, but that is true literature, as we already know.
Goosebumps is good. Yeah.
That is
Actually.
true. My recommendation is that you read Goosebumps. That's right.
Mm.
Nostalgia Cave is big.
You gotta read the Catholic Catechism before reading Goosebumps, though.
What are you sure about that? Is there that
Sure.
much theological depth in the not in the Catholic Catechism, in Goosebumps?
Yep.
Yes. Okay. What about you? You were gonna say something, Didion?
I found it. A while ago, I finished reading the Canterbury Tales in original Middle English. Good.
And you
Okay,
can read
but,
Middle English.
Yeah. That's that
no,
has
I can't.
Arthur and stuff in it,
But
doesn't
I
it?
pretended to understand it.
You pretended to understand the Canterbury Tales.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like you like when you read an old book, right? Like there's a bunch of phrases that you won't get. You just gotta like learn, you know.
Oh, come on.
Like by reading Old English, you could probably learn Old English pretty quickly as like a modern English speaker.
I mean, come on. This
You can
man. This man's
understand about half
KJV.
of it.
You should know this stuff. You're a KJV fan.
And it's like the 1400s. It's not like super old English. It's like
Oh no, it's a
old
lot
French.
different. Like that's like if you read Beowulf, like our first things of Beowulf, it's like almost incomprehensible. You have to like sound it out to even like partially understand it.
Yeah. Just because it was before the Normans came and Normanized everything.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. Anything else, Didion? Any other books other than the Canterbury Tales?
That was mostly a LARP book. But an actual book recommendation, KJV Bible.
Mm-hmm.
So we have the Catholic.
And
Okay. Go, Didion. Go.
I'm thinking.
Just thinking. Okay, and I'll say my thing then. So we have the Catholic
Okay, I'm
Catechism
done
and the
thinking.
KJV. So there we go. We got the duality of man, the KJV Bible and the Catholic Catechism.
Make sure you get KJV with Apocrypha.
No.
Thank you.
No, thank you. Because I don't know if that's for sale.
Originally.
I think you can only get that online.
Probably.
Okay. But yeah. A while ago I read what was it? Harassment Architecture.
Hmm.
Me too.
Yeah, see, I didn't because I didn't want to buy the book.
Bro, you need to read it. Nostalgic harassment architecture is peak literature. I
But
have
what's
shoot. I put the second book, um, Gothic Violence. I thought it was in this room with me, but I left it in my backpack because I was reading it at school.
Is this Gothic Violence in the room with us right now?
No, sadly, it's in my van. In my
But yeah,
That was a
I
funny
don't know.
joke.
Those books are-
Nostalgic. I appreciated it.
yes.
Those books are like personal advice and like political shit, right?
Yeah, it's good.
No, I already got all that figured out. I'm pretty confident. that
No,
I'm-
no,
I'm-
no. You'll like it. It's a fun book though. It was Gothic Violence actually has more story to it. It's not just like crazy thoughts. It's like a proper story, like a real book. So I
hate stories,
recommend it.
I'd rather just read like schizophrenic ramblings.
But it's both though. It's both schizophrenic ramblings and story though.
Mm. Yeah, I don't want
Harassment architecture was like
read another person's schizophrenic ramblings.
Go DDN. You're gonna say what harassment architecture is like.
yeah. Harassment architecture is like 50% fantasies about killing Hispanic people,
Hmm.
and the rest is just insane accelerationist
Yeah,
stuff.
see, most of my fantasies are about killing women and heretics. So
I thought you said you loved women. Nostalgic says,
yeah, I
"Oh,
do.
I think he rapes a couple of women in there.
About
I
murder.
think
Can't remember.
man's been reading too much American Psycho, where the MC like fillets vaginas and
It's kinda gay to
labias
murder
and
a
makes
man.
cookies. Right, he makes labia cookies. He cooks them up and makes labia cookies.
Right? Like, don't you think it's gay to murder a man? It's just little
I
gay.
think I think it's gay to murder a man and a woman personally.
But it's not gay if it's a woman. It's straight, but it's murder.
It's bad. It's still bad because it's murder, but it's not gay.
It's pretty bad, yeah, but it's not gay. I could murder someone, but I couldn't be gay. That would be bad.
Okay.
Okay. Don't release this to the public. You have to.
No, it's going out now.
I
It
don't
has
want
to go out. It's all going out.
This is all satire.
It's all satire. That's right. This was actually all comedy. We disavow. It was all
Except
a
that
joke.
part where we prayed and talked about God. That cannot be satire.
What about the foreskins?
What? Oh, the foreskins as well. Completely serious.
Okay, that's right. So what was serious?
Except on your part. Your part was satire. My part was completely serious, and you should
Okay.
not listen to me.
So please, okay, before we end things off, what parts were serious, nostalgic?
Everything about the foreskins, the tree spirits, and God.
Okay, what about what was serious for you then, DDN?
Everything.
Everything.
I'm not a pussy.
That's right. He disavows nothing. He disavows nothing, and he takes all the flight and all the hit back.
Nice.
I'm actually gonna add that. I'm gonna ask every single guest now, like what was comedy and what was true.
Yeah. What do you disavow of this?
Yes.
And I don't disavow anything. I did say it for the laugh though.
It was for the meme. So you didn't disavow. It was just for the meme. We're saying it was comedy. It was satire.
I do not disavow the idea that I do have murderous thoughts, but I am not dangerous. Trust me.
He's just a friend. He's just a friend. He's an ally to the movement
Yeah.
of love
Oh, yeah. Love
and women.
and women. Yeah, I love women. Yeah.
That's right. Okay. Do you guys have anything else you want to bring up? Like, what is there any deep part of you that you think you need to share? Like, what else is there? Like, is this something you feel you should show?
No, I'm a very private guy. I don't like sharing like my life and shit. I like to keep that shit pretty hidden. I don't tell anyone anything. And this isn't gonna change here. So
Okay.
fuck you, personally.
Okay. Personally, you know the Jack Murphy meme? Is that why you said that?
Oh yeah.
No
Hold
idea.
up. My
That
dog's
was
running back there.
showing your ads. Oh, okay.
Yeah, she's fine.
I just got swore off. I was just abused. Nostalgic. He said that he doesn't like me anymore because I tried to get him to be personal.
No, I just said fuck you. I didn't say I don't like you anymore.
Okay, that's right. It's actually it's an FU out of love. I forgot.
Yeah, it's a love fuck.
Homoerotic.
It's homoerotic.
F you.
Love fuck, no homo.
No homo, bro. It's just a love fuck. No homo, bro.
All right.
What about you then, DDN?
I can't think of nothing, but I'm talking to you guys.
Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty great. Honestly,
This
it's pretty.
this was actually really great.
How long is this? How long is the unedited version of the podcast?
It's currently 1 hour and 41 minutes.
That's too fucking long, man.
It'll probably cut down to like an hour and 10 minutes.
There's
Half of it was like
literally 30 minutes of shit to cut.
Well, even when you were gone, Didion, we talked about junk, but some of that was funky stuff. So maybe
It was all about foreskin. You didn't miss much.
And he wants to keep the foreskin in, so
Yeah, Jamie wants to cut his kid's foreskin off.
you should always keep the foreskins.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
okay. Do you have
Jamie,
any?
once again, he was outvoted on women. He was outvoted on foreskins.
I didn't outvote anyone. I said I also love women. I like to clarify that I respect and love women. You guys, this is fake news. I've turned a new leaf. I now no longer hate women, and I will now say that I care for them as people, and as in parts of the eye of God, and they possess an innate beauty that a man cannot possess, and you must respect that.
I don't think, I mean, yeah, it's definitely, it is a unique beauty, I think. That is correct, yeah.
Exactly. He accepted it. He thought he was going to fight me on it, but then he was like, actually,
Yeah, I thought
agree.
about it, I was like, no. Like, everything with distinctions has a unique beauty, right? Like,
Exactly.
obviously, you don't have, like, an objective or ultimately, like, better beauty than a man, but they have a different beauty, right? They reflect God's beauty in a different way.
That's right.
Everything you see is actually just a different way of reflecting God's beauty. And every sin you see is a different way of subverting that. It's true.
Truth, brother. Truth. Now we have our altar call, where we ask everyone,
Yeah.
please join. Please accept Martin Luther into your heart and become a based
No,
Protestant man.
no, he wants you to cut your foreskin off.
Don't do it. Actually, join the, or Nostalgic will say, he wants to cut your foreskin off, become Catholic. We don't do that as often. So
Yeah, Catholics do not cut your foreskin off. That's a pretty big bonus. So, I'm just saying.
okay. What should we join? Who should we ask into our heart then, Didion? Should we ask shoot, who started the Baptist church? I don't remember.
Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ, that's right. Accept our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ into your heart, as founded by Christ.
Go get baptized into his body.
That's true. Get baptized.
And read your catechism, and then read Dante, and then read the KJV with Apocrypha, and then have fun. Now, of course, like, the KJV with Apocrypha is better. It does have a little bit of bias in the translation, but some of it's like good bias, like the Johannine comma is good bias, but some of it's bad. But whatever.
Actually, I don't recommend reading. I don't disrecommend reading the Apocrypha.
Yeah,
Since it is an intertestamental period, which is an important part. So I don't think that we really should disavow it as Protestants. I think it's an important view into an in-between period. So that's why even Luther, he didn't want it out of, Martin Luther didn't want it out of the Bible. He just wanted it in a separate section.
No, Luther did not consider it scripture on the same level.
Yeah. Oh yeah, but he wanted it in a separate
he didn't
section.
Consider it infallibly, like,
yes,
divinely breathed word,
which is the Protestant perspective. Yes, but
yeah.
but it's still an important thing you should read, which you can also find in Jerome. So you can find that.
Oh yeah, Jerome, and then he repented of that because
no, he was correct, and the Pope was wrong.
Everyone told him he was wrong, and he was like,
"That's not, and that's not even true. Everyone did not say he was wrong.
Everyone told him he was wrong. The Pope told him he was wrong. Everyone who agreed with the Pope told him he was wrong. He told himself he was wrong. You know,
that's right. Taken in by the majority consensus.
Destroyed, absolutely obliterated by democracy.
That's right. And you guys hate democracy. You guys think democracy is cringe. That's right. You guys think democracy is cringe.
But democracy, when it works for me,
it's good. That's right. Democracy is cringe. When it works for me, I'm all for it, baby. Do you agree with that, DDN? Are you willing to join in on that?
I'm fine with democracy. I don't care neither way.
He doesn't care either way. He wants to live in his forest.
I
And that's all he
vehemently hate
needs.
democracy, but that's a different topic.
That's a
for
different
another.
podcast. That's actually
That's when we have our political theory podcast.
that's right.
We'll call it the political theory podcast.
Oh no.
JayTheory Podcast.
Great name.
That's right. The political theory.
Creative.
Oh, it's
theory.
right off the top of my head. I'm a creative genius.
That's right. Truly peak entertainment.
Yeah.
Okay, who do
Wait,
you?
what are you call? You're calling this the JayTheory interview show?
I don't know what I'm gonna call it. The JayTheory
That's what you call
Podcast,
it in the
probably.
intro. That's what it's called now.
What?
You called it that in the intro, the JayTheory interview show.
Well, that might not be what I call it in the description though. I could probably just say the JayTheory
Okay, but it's
Podcast.
too late because you already called it that.
Yeah, but I can just that's just a shortened version of it though, so it doesn't matter.
I don't know, man. I feel like that's like the name that you've chosen, and you got to stick by your guns.
Oh my god, the JayTheory Podcast show. Then what's
Yeah,
the
the-
normal JayTheory Podcast? No interviews?
Anyways, this was a good time.
Okay, I have one more thing. Who do you recommend and want to shout out to go on a future episode?
Who? Oh, well, you gotta get Hal.
How? Hallendier? Okay. Putting that down. We're gonna put him on the list. You have two. You can give 3 recommendations.
Okay, so Hal. You could also get Jim Slickens, like that Australian kid. Like he's that's interesting because he is like literally, I'm pretty sure, like a certified genius, almost definitely, because he's only like 14, right?
I think
He's also like Asian Australian, but also like racist, and that's crazy.
he does seem very interesting. That is true, and he's young. I think he's like 17, right? I thought he was 17.
He's 14.
He's 14.
Yeah, he's 14.
Oh shoot! I don't know if I can get him on the podcast.
Wait, what? 14?
Jim Slickens is 14.
He is 14. Yeah,
No,
I
no
had-
way.
There's no way.
he's really young. He's a very smart kid, and that's why I say he's our little boy genius because he's
He is-
only 14 and
He's a
he
boy
talks
genius.
way older.
Dude, I was
Very-
like, I was on the same level. I was like, bro, we're connecting. I was like, I'm on the same level as this kid. I'm like, I can connect with this man. And then he's 14.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be obliterated. By the time this guy's my
Yeah.
age, I want to be literally. He's gonna obliterate me.
Well, that's, I mean, his ancestry. You know where it came from.
He was the Asian, the
Yeah.
Asian and the
So-
Anglo. I that's true. But I am like 20% Anglo.
Okay. Well, yeah, he's an Asian Anglo. Those are literally the 2 most superior races on Earth. So.
That's why.
The 2 most autistic races.
The most.
Okay.
That's true. The most autistic races. That's what we're gonna replace that with. Autistic races. That's right.
And I gotta think. Do I have a third? I guess like Trip would be pretty interesting
Okay.
because he's graduated from college, right? But he hasn't done much with it, which and he's just been doing some shit, man. Like he runs like some fucking like he's like a big like communist, but also he is literally a landlord technically, and he like baseball umpire shit and applying to work at a nuclear plant, and then being a substitute teacher, and then going back to like college classes. Like there's a lot of shit going on with him, and I think it'd be interesting to know more about him. But I think that would mainly be good for like people who already know Trip, which would be a lot of your early viewers. But
Which would be about 9 people. There we go.
Yeah.
9 viewers. That's the true peak. Okay.
yeah, and they all know Trip, and we all want to know more about Trip
Okay.
and Hal and Jim Slickens.
That's right. I'd have to prepare for Jim Slickens. I'd have to go back, read some philosophy, get like
Yeah.
all the way in again.
Like he quotes Hegel to his parents. Like this dude's like kind of like he's a little bit of a meme.
He's a meme. He's our favorite autistic boy genius.
Yeah.
Okay. So what are your 3 recommendations then, DDN?
Not sure I know 3 good people, but guess I'll go with if Diamond didn't want to be in one of them, be fine with that. I'll second Hal He's interesting. But I couldn't be in there with him. My shtick is basically him, but worse. And then third, I don't know, I'd say someone like Con Fox would be interesting.
I mean, we
But
all.
I'm not sure if he'd want to. He seems too normal.
He's too
Yeah.
normal.
He's pretty nice though. He's pretty like chill about doing this kind of stuff, I think. But like we all want that like Hal Conflux vibe. We want to like channel their energy when we talk. But
We want to
it's
channel the boomer energy.
the Hal Conflux vibe. Like people knew how to talk back then. These days people don't know how to talk. They don't know how to speak. They don't know how to do.
That's right. I
People
know.
back then, they knew.
That's right. I'm talking to all these zoomies like myself, and instead
Yeah.
I need to be talking to the 30-year-olds.
Yeah, you need to be talking to Hal. Like get Hal talking on here. Get Conflux talking on here. They're the people who can talk, man.
I'm gonna have to like pry Hal. I'm gonna have to like pry Hal open and like suck out his juicy bits.
Yeah, you would probably receive that very well.
What?
Okay, so
Yeah.
who do you
Diamond's
want?
like, so that's interesting. You know,
So you want Diamond, Hal, and who?
he said Confox.
Con Fox. What about any influencers? Do you guys want any influencers? I thought you guys were gonna say like some influencers, and you didn't say anyone. So
I
can
don't
I
give a
get?
fuck about influencers.
Okay.
Like even Yeoman and Dalton. Like I don't, you know, I mean I already know a lot about Yeoman and Dalton. Is the thing they post about that. Like I'm not that interested in them. You know, I
Yeah.
don't talk to them much or anything. Like I watch their stuff.
But do you think that other people would be interested in their lives? But this is just about you guys. It's about people that would see this, the future.
I think anyone who is interested in Yeoman's life doesn't already know what Yeoman's life is. Like we know his like mom's on crack or what. We know he was fat. He jacked off and stuff, right? Like he's already went into so much. It would be like if there was a podcast about you, Jamie. Like me and Dean already have so much stuff on you. It's like, man,
It's
like,
all over for me. Well, what I'm hearing is that
I'm already getting the experience by just watching your streams because you're willing to come out about this stuff already, right?
I come out about too much.
Yeah, you come out of the closet very easy.
That's right. Well, that's not really true. To be honest, I'm a lot of the time I'm very closed off emotionally, like deep emotions. But like the more outside emotions, I like barf them on the table, which is
The
also
psychopathic ones you keep down though.
yes.
Yeah.
My deep obsessions, you bottle those up and like you say, oh no.
Yeah, you make sure it never expresses itself. You gotta stay smart. We got fucking. I mean, we're out of questions. It's the thing.
We are we are now out of questions.
Yeah,
Don't-
like I mean, like we could just leave right now, and like Jamie would have to end the podcast. Like,
Well,
there's nothing.
no. You guys would have to say your goodbyes first before you go.
Oh, I have to say goodbye.
Well,
Do I really? Do I really have to say goodbye?
well, you don't have to.
I can just
But-
push this red button right now.
No, we're still shooting the garbage in the trash can.
We're shooting the garbage in the trash can.
That's right. The trash can of epicness. That is this episode 1.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Didion did say he was about to like pass out earlier. I think we
That-
should probably like, end it.
It is true.
Do you have an outro? Oh, you got to put your cap on, Jamie.
It's true. I did put my cap on. Let me grab it right now. Even though no one's gonna see it, I'm gonna make sure to which hat. I'll just get a basic. Let me get my basic cringe
Man.
hat.
This is the first time I'm cognizant, like I'm talking to Jamie. Like this is the first time I imagine Jamie on the other side of the microphone. Like, wow.
What do you mean? Why are you what?
But
What?
this is the first time I've thought about like the fact that I know what you look like, and you're sitting there in the chair you stream in. That's crazy.
Yes, and I'm looking at my mic. I'm looking at my camera too.
Yeah, it looks like just like you're streaming. Maybe there's more of those like silent moments where you kind of look like a psychopath.
Yes.
'Cause, you know, Jamie, I don't know if you knew this, man, but sometimes when you just sit there and you're silent and you're concentrating on something, you look like a straight killer. Like I'm scared.
On stream?
Yeah, that's what happens. That's what you look like. You
Well-
look like you're ready to kill.
No, well, yeesh. I guess I have like a, what do you call that? A resting like bitch face or something like that.
Face. That's what it's called.
A resting wet
Not a
face.
bitch face. Like you don't look like a woman or a bitch. You look like you just look insane. You look like a mental patient who's ready to break.
Is it the eyes? Is it because I have what do you call it, DDN? And you can see the bottom whites of your eyes.
I don't know. It's like it's
Don Paku.
San Paku. It's supposed to have San Paku eyes.
but it's like a combination of how your eyes look, how your lips form up, how like your face is, how stiff your face is. It's everything, man. Like I couldn't point out the specifics, but it's everything. It all combines to form a greater picture. That's the Gestalt principle.
The madness. The inner madness of my soul. I'm glad that shows through. I'm glad that shows through for you guys.
We see that, Jamie. You can't hide it from us.
That's true.
We know what you really want to do.
No. I only wanted to grab her by the neck, okay? Nothing more than that, okay?
Yeah, okay.
She'll enjoy it too, okay?
All right. Well, I'm gonna say
She's
like
asking for it.
She was she was, and she enjoys it. It's like the she's drinking the Ahego face. She's got hard eyes, okay? So it's no problem.
Can we please end this now?
No, I think Didi doesn't want to talk about anime and the Hagao face.
what's the Hagai face? What are you talking about? You mean Ahigo?
Yeah, like the moan face.
Oh, okay. What do you pronounce it wrong?
Wait, how do you say it?
It's Ahigo.
What did I say?
I don't even remember. Man.
Ahego.
Okay. Anyways, I was gonna say my goodbyes.
Oh.
Goodbye everyone. I love all of you. God bless everyone watching this. I hope that you are enlightened by this. That you have many children. You are very fruitful and healthy and charitable and good, and that you do not cut their foreskins off. Please do not cut their foreskins off, and they may be blessed as well. Yeah, bye.
No, you, DDN. No, you.
Okay. Well, I had fun talking to y'all. Hope I wasn't too retarded or nothing.
No, it was fine, my man. It was fine.
But yeah. Okay, I gotta get back in character.
That's right.
Okay. Well, any women here, I want you to close your eyes and put your lips against the screen. Bye.
Did you just kiss
Okay,
it?
yeah.
Did you just kiss? Oh no. What just happened here, folks? What just happened? Anyway.
Yeah, seriously, I had fun. Just see y'all.
Yes. Thanks for watching, everyone. I really appreciate it. Anyway, have a great night, guys. Hope to see you when I see you. I hope you enjoyed the first episode of the JayTheory Podcast. Anyway, I'll see you when I see ya. And have a great one, guys, because I'll see you when I see ya.